It's time for another fun tea craft. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. There are so many ways that we can package teas to gift, keep, or sell. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much, so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a long-time viewer of my channel, welcome back. I am so glad that you are choosing to spend a portion of your day with me. We've been doing some really fun tea crafts, and that is what we're doing today. We're going to make a very beautiful little holder for our teas, complete with an acetate top. This is very easy. It's a great way to store the teas if you want to keep them at your house. It's a great way to present this as a gift. It's also a great way to sell these at a craft fair. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera, give you a closer look at this, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here's a closer look at today's fabulous project. When finished, it measures 4 inches tall, it is 2 inches deep, and it is 3.5 inches wide, and we have it sitting on a little pedestal base. What is this? Well, it's simply a holder for packets of tea. So what we have is an acetate covering, and then I have some tea packets and honey packets. So what I've done is I've sealed the top using some ribbon, and all we need to do is just peel back that ribbon, and on the inside we have one of our packets of tea. Very easy and inexpensive way to give a little something to someone. Then I just close this, and we can put it back in our box like this. And in here I've closed it the same way. I'll take this out, and I have an individual packet of honey, so you can sweeten that tea if you want. And for my demo here, I have made 2 packets for the honey and 3 packets for the tea. But in this box you can safely get 5 packets of tea and 3 to 4 packets of honey. You can actually use 1 pack of this honey on several cups of tea. But you can put all teas or you can put all honeys. If you know someone who drinks tea and loves honey, you can just make them a honey box and just put a whole bunch of honeys in it and give it that way. Then I have my acetate back that slides into this band that I have here, and then it goes over the front like that. Now, if I was offering this for sale at a craft fair or I was gifting this, I would actually take some tape, put that tape right here on the front so that when I put it in, my lid stays nice and secure. But y'all, this is such a beautiful little way to present tea. So when you present your tea gift to someone like this, they'll know that you took the time to make it extra special. Here's what we're going to need. So I am using chipboard on my project, and I use a medium weight chipboard. And if you're interested, please check the description box, and if I'm able to add a link to the actual video in the little shopping bag, I'll have it listed there as well. Can't always do that, but I will try to start adding those things to the online shopping bag. So if you see that little shopping bag pop up, click it and check out some of the things that I might have in there. Or you can always go to my Amazon storefront, which is linked in the description box, to find some of the most common products that I use on my channel. So I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 2 by 4. I have 1 piece that measures 2.5 by 4. And I have 2 pieces that measure 3.5 by 4. Now I'm using a medium weight chipboard. If you don't have chipboard, you can try using your cardboard. You can double up on cereal boxes or boxes of that type. You can try using shoe boxes. Just use whatever you have on hand. No need to go out and buy anything special. If you have something that you think might work, go ahead and give it a try. Then I have 2 pieces of decorative double-sided 12 by 12 paper. And this is from Die Cuts with a View, and it is the Emerald Flora collection. So I'll be using some of the papers in this book for today's project. So let's make the holder. So I want this to be the cover for my holder. So I'm going to take my 12 by 12 and I'm going to cut it down to 6 by 12. So then we're going to take our chipboard pieces, and we're going to take the pieces that measure 3.5 by 4 and the pieces that measure 2 by 4, and we're going to put them down like this. And when you put them down, you need to make sure that you are going to have enough so that you'll have an adhesive flap on one end. So I'm going to go ahead and just peel away my tape backers. I'm going to take this piece, put it right there, because I can tell that I will have enough to fold over here. So I'm just going to peel away the tape backer from the 2x4. We're going to take that and let's put it down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. Take this piece, and let's put it down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. And then we'll take this piece and let's put it down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. I'm going to flip this over, getting everything nice and stuck. Then I'll take my stylus, press it against the chipboard, and drive it into the paper so that we can get a score going. And this might help if you have a paper that is prone to cracking. It might not eliminate the cracking, but it might just help minimize it. So I am just creating a score. This is going to make it pretty easy for me to do this. So stand it up and train that paper to fold. And you can see how crisp that is, and that came from pre-scoring around the chipboard. Now you can also take your stylus and go on the inside here. So now I'm going to take my finger blade and we're just going to miter. So now I'm going to take my tape and I'm just going to place some tape around my edges. And let's just go around the edges and place our tape. Now let's get that nice and stuck. Okay, so this is going to be my adhesive flap, so I'm not going to worry about folding that part over just yet, but I am going to go ahead and fold over these pieces here and this end piece right here. So let's go ahead and get that folded over and stuck. So now I'm going to cut out the piece for my inside liner, and I wanted to have a contrasting inside liner, otherwise I would have done the fold over method. So I know that this is 4 inches tall. I am going to cut my inside liner at 3 3/4. And then let's see how wide this is. This is coming in at 11 1/4 inches wide. I am going to go ahead and reduce this to about 11 1/8. And the reason for that is normally I would reduce by 1/4 of an inch. This time I'm only reducing by 1/8 of an inch because I need for this to cover all the way to this end. So that is a little bit different from what I normally do. So this time I'm going to take my tape. We're going to place our tape down like this. And then we'll be able to place down that inside liner. Sometimes you'll see me place the tape on the chipboard, and sometimes I won't. Y'all, it's really just one of those in the moment things. However you want to do it, it's going to work out well for you. So I'm going to take this, and when I put it down, I'm going to put it down so that I'm pretty much even with the edge here so that I don't have any chipboard showing. So let's just put that down. Now what I'll do is I will work my spines. So let's just fold until we find that first spine. Let's go in, get it nice and tight. Then I'll find my next spine. Get it nice and tight. Then I'll find my final spine. And just go in and work it to get it nice and tight. So now we have it like this. We can take it and we're going to fold it into our rectangle, and we're going to add our glue on this piece. So I am going to take my glue, place my glue on this piece, making sure that I have a good amount of glue coverage. We'll take this, let's fold it over, and you basically want to make sure that it's even at the top going around, and you'll be able to feel it with your fingers. And just make sure that you have it nice and stuck from the top to the bottom. And I'll just go in and rub it against my desk like that. And you can see that it is nice and stuck. So now we can take this and just set it to the side for a minute. I am going to bring in my piece that measures 2.5 by 4. This piece here. And we're going to go ahead and put it down like that. And trim off right here. So now let's just get that nice and stuck. Let's take that stylus, go around that chipboard. Now we can stand it up. Get it ready to fold over. And let's miter those corners, or angle the corners, whichever one you want to call it. We just go in, and basically we are getting everything ready so that we'll have a nice professional way to fold over. So now I'm going to take my tape, put some tape there, put some tape right there. Peel away the backers. Let's go ahead and fold that over. Fold that over. Now we can put some tape here. Some tape here. Some tape here. And some tape right here. Now let's peel away those backers. Let's fold this over. And fold this over. And so now we have our little base. I am just going to take this and tap my pointies into the desk. Then I'll take my big old spatula and just go along those edges to make sure that I have everything nice and squared looking, and we'll do the same thing here. So I'm just going along my edges like this. And now we're going to take this and we're going to mount it to this. And the way that we do that is going to be very simple. If you've been with me for a while, you know that this is a technique that I like to use, and I like to just run my glue along the bottom like this. And I'm using Reptile adhesive. It's the only white glue that I use. It is my favorite glue. And then I'm just going to take this and we're going to place it down on our pedestal. And you just get it straightened the way that you want. My Reptile adhesive will dry clear, so that glue that you see oozing out, that's not going to be an issue because it will dry clear. So I am just going to press this down. And y'all, all we need to do here is let this dry, and then we're going to have a nice little box for those tea packets. Now I'm going to show you very quickly how to make one of the tea packets and how to make one of the honey packets. So to make our tea packet, we need a piece that measures 7 by 6. And to make the honey packet, you need a piece that measures 5.5 by 5. So however many packets you want to put in, those are the measurements that you need. So for the actual tea packet itself, I'm using a size that measures 7 by 6. And for the honey, we are using 5.5 by 5. So that is what you need. So let's go ahead and score our honey packet. Very, very easy. We score at 1/2 inch on the 5.5 inch side, and we score at 3. So on the 5.5 inch side, we score at 1/2 inch and 3. We turn it to the 5 inch side and we score at 1/2 inch. Then for the tea, on the 7 inch side, we score at 1/2 inch and at 3 3/4. Then we rotate it to the 6 inch side and we score at 1/2 inch. So again, on the 6 inch side, you score at 1/2 inch. On the 7 inch side, you score at 1/2 inch and 3 3/4. You do that for all of the packets that you want. So then we're going to take this and we're going to fold and burnish those scores that we made. Let's go ahead and do both. So where we have this score here, we're going to angle on both sides of that score, like that. And then we'll have a corner piece here. We're simply going to remove that corner piece, like that. And we do the same thing with this one. So we have the score mark. We angle on both sides of the score mark, and then we remove the corner piece. So now I'm just going to take my glue, add some glue here, and fold this piece up and out of my way. Then I'll take this piece, we'll go ahead and add some glue this way, fold over, and then add our glue this way. And we just take this and we fold it over. And then we get everything stuck. And that is our tea packet. We're going to do the same thing with the honey packet. Let's add that glue right there. Fold up and stick this. Then we're going to fold up and add our glue to this side. We take this piece and fold over like that. And then we add our glue here. And now we can just fold over. And that is our honey packet. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of my distress ink, and we will distress this just a little bit to knock off some of that brightness. Do the same thing with this one. Then I'm just going to add a little bit to the box. Not a whole lot, just a little. So now I can take my tea, put it in the pack, and we can put it in the box like that. We can take our honey, and I'm just going to fold that flap down, put it in our box, and then we can continue to build up this box as much as we want. I'm not going to fill this right now because I think I might be out of tea, so I'm going to have to get some more because I really do like these tea projects, and I will be giving these as gifts. So what I have made and what I have filled with the teas, I'm leaving it as it is because I will be presenting it in that way. So I don't have enough tea to continue to make more and more, but this will give you an idea of how this one would look. So now I'm going to bring in this scrap piece, and I am going to trim away a piece at 1 inch. I'm actually going to trim 2 pieces at 1 inch because I want to create a little belly band, and I need to join these 2 pieces together because I didn't have a 12-inch strip of scrap left. So I'm joining 2 pieces. But if you have a 12-inch piece, go ahead and cut a piece at 12 by 1 so that you can make a belly band. So now I'm going to take some tape, and I'm going to put the tape on the side, right there in the middle, bring it around, and bring it around to the other side, and then tear it off. I'm not taking it to the back. So now I'm going to peel away this backer. I'm going to take this piece and we'll put it down. Like this. Let's get it stuck there. Feed it around to the side and get it stuck there. Then here on the back, fold it over, and pull it nice and tight. Just go ahead and cut away that excess. And now I'm going to take my glue and just join these 2 together. So I am not taping or gluing the back to the box. I have my glue right there. I'm going to fold it over so that it will close this. But I will still have space underneath. So now I can take my acetate piece, which is cut at 3 3/8 by 12, and I can feed it underneath the back. And then here in the front, I actually want it inside. I don't want it coming over to the front. So I will put it on the inside. And like I said, if I'm selling this or if I'm gifting it, I'm going to add some tape or some glue dots right there so that it will hold everything in place. Then I have this beautiful floral piece that I'm going to place right there. You can pop it up with some pop dots. I am simply going to tear off a piece of tape going to put the tape on my paper, peel away the tape backer, and then I can take my beautiful little flower and I'm going to put it on like that. Then once I know who I'm giving this to, I can add a nice little sentiment here because I still have space that I can tuck it under and just have it on like that. And I really wish I wasn't out of tea so I could show you this whole thing filled. But if you want to, you can add some shredded paper so that you can fill up some of the space. And also just add the look that shredded paper adds to any of the crafts that we're making. But I am going to bring the first one back in so that you can see just how cute it is when you have a whole bunch of these on the inside. All I did here was I just put a piece of ribbon from the front to the back to seal it so that the tea or the honey could not be removed until it was ready to be removed. And I have my acetate lid that I am just going to tuck back in. Y'all, these are so stinking cute, and this is how it looks from the side with that acetate. It is just so adorable that I am sure you are going to love making these, and I hope it's given you an idea on another way that you can present something as simple as tea, coffee, hot chocolate. This is a great little carrier for that. If you have enjoyed this project, and I hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. And I would love to have you subscribed, so hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.